Today is Saturday, March 26th, and it's about 7:20 in the morning. I just went over to Thornton's gas station to get some coffee, and now I'm headed up to Westmoreland to do the MCT Dirt Road Trail. It's supposed to be comparable to the Tennessee Dirt Devil, which I have not been on as of yet, which I've wanted to get out to. It's a little far away, but this one's a lot closer to home. Found out about it earlier this week, and so I'm going to go up and check it out. It's supposed to be some great dirt roads, some cool stream crossings. One guy says it's better than the Dirt Devil, and the Dirt Devil looks pretty cool, so we'll check it out. And I'm leaving Gallatin right now, and we'll catch up when we get there. All right, I'm on the MCT now. I'm on Bear Car Road. This is it's a paved road, but it's very, very off the beaten path. There are actually a couple of houses back here. It's really cool. You know, obviously lots of woods. There's a ton of streams back here. Really cool looking. Lots of little waterfalls all over the place. So yeah, kind of cool. There's a stream that's running next to the road here. It just went up underneath the road and out on the other side. And I'm just gonna follow this till I see where it goes. But yeah, it's this is the second, little hill that I'm going up here. There was a larger one about a half mile back, and it seems to be a lot of ascending on this particular road. So yeah, it's cool. All right, I'm out of the first little part of it. It wasn't even a dirt road or anything. It was a paved road, but it was way back in the sticks. And it brought me back out onto the main highway. Now I'm going through Westmoreland. I'm at the main intersection in Westmoreland and going straight probably for about another mile, and then I'm going to turn right onto the next road, the next part of the trail. So, hey, Westmoreland, you suck. Alright, I've turned onto the first road of the trail. It's still blacktop. Houses still pretty close together, and looks like there's a salvage yard up here. It looks like we're going to get close to the actual trail here pretty soon. And we'll get back to that when I get there. Alright, I'm turning left onto Sister Hollow Road. This is a gravel road, and there's somebody coming, good God. So, this is the first non-blacktop part of the trail that I've been on so far, so let's see how this goes. Pretty cool so far. Got a little stream running next to it on the left. Alright, it looks like we're about to come up on our first stream crossing. Let's see how that goes. I don't think it's really rained so much this week, so it shouldn't be too deep if it is at all. Not too bad. I could have probably stood to be in four-wheel drive for that. A lot of loose gravel on the bottom of that stream bed. It was kind of hard to punch through, but not too bad. That's kind of cool. I'm about a mile past the first stream crossing, and I got off of the gravel road pretty quickly and then back onto more pavement. So there's more pavement so far than I thought there was going to be, but it's still a really cool drive out through the country. Paper bag blowing down the street. You know, there's still a ton of streams out here. I'm running across a bunch of old little cool houses and barns, you know, kind of like that one. We went through this one, I went through this one stretch where there was just nothing but trailers. And that was kind of cool. Kind of sketchy, but it was kind of cool anyway. There's a little house. Yeah, it's not we, it's just me. But it's just, it looks like this is an old, you know, cornfield, and, you know, got the stream running through it there, and pretty cool. So let me get off out of here and let me see if I need to make a turn here. Looks like I'm going to stay on this road for a little while anyway, and probably about another half or 3/4 of a mile. Really not much going on out here. To my left there's a little trailer out here. It's actually more of a RV, and I'm just kind of going up a little hill right now. It's not really blacktop, it's that kind of gravelly asphalt mixture. You know, there's still a couple of little houses here and there, but it's not so much as it was back toward town. So but you have to really want to live out here. If you live out here, you just really want to be away from everybody else. Well, here's a few more cars. Houses, okay. Alright, I'm now on Poplar Grove Road. There's about 115 miles of this MCT trail. There's a little pup. There's about 115 miles of this MCT trail, and I've done, I don't know how many miles of them, 15-ish, 20, I don't know. And I've only been on about 2 or 3 miles of dirt or gravel, and the rest of it's been paved. So I'm guessing this isn't so much an off-road trail as it is just a nice little drive through the country, which is cool. I love little drives through the country, and, you know, getting out to the country. I don't know, it's just a really good, you know, it calms me down. It gives me a really calm feeling. It's very peaceful to be out here. So I do enjoy that, but I was hoping for more, you know, maybe dirt and gravel. And it may be coming on the way up, I don't know. Like I said, there's 115 miles of this thing, so, and I'm not going to do them all today. I do want to get back home at some point, you know, spend the day with my wife, but, yeah, not much going on out here at all. But, I mean, this is literally the middle of nowhere, and you can just bet that anybody lives out here, there's probably some really shady shit going on. Alright, well, I'm turning onto Barefoot Road now. This seems to be a little gravelly. Not sure exactly where this one's going to go, but I'm kind of excited about it. Again, there's a little stream running off to the right, to the left. It's a little dry creek bed, and Yeah, there's a couple of trailers back here. I see some vultures right there. Okay. Kind of cool. Alright, gotta turn this off and get back to my map. Alright, I'm still on Barefoot Road here. Actually just passed a truck, man. There was actually a truck that just came past here, so that was kind of cool. And pretty sure this keeps going down this way. Don't think it really goes up that hill. And I think I'm coming up on a stream crossing here pretty shortly. Maybe around this little corner down here, I'm not sure. Propane tank on the side of that hill back there. But I think it's coming on up here pretty shortly. Just can't imagine anybody living back here. It's just insane. There is nothing. So it looks like I am coming up on another little stream crossing here. There's a little stream that runs off to the left of the... this isn't much of one, but... So I'm going to hop out for a minute and just, you know, get a little bit of this because it's actually pretty cool. Little stream right here, and then there's the crossing, and then the stream just goes back a little bit that way. Really pretty. There's the road up there. Stream isn't too deep, so we're gonna go on through. Cool. You know, there wasn't much to that, but it's just really cool to be on a road that a stream's going through. And I don't really know where this little gravel road's going. This is more of a mixture of gravel and dirt. It's not like the just regular gravel road that was the first little one that we came up on. So this is actually more a mixture of gravel and dirt, and just really cool little streams going through all over the place. There's an old barn over there on the right. You've got to really, really not want to be around anybody to live out here, though. Alright, gotta get back to the map. Alright, I'm off the gravel now, back on. I'm still on Barefoot Road. But it's turned back to blacktop. It's more, you know, residential out here. You know, tons of modular homes. And then there's also just a, you know, shed ton of trailers out here. You know, I guess that's the cheapest thing to put out here. And, you know, can't really say that I wouldn't do the same thing, but oop, back to the map. Alright, I made a left there at that left stop sign, and you know, I'm back on some highway here. I don't even know what city I'm close to right now. I have no clue. Still pretty much out in the country. You know, there's still a bunch of, you know, farmland out here. Passing a ton of big barns. You know, cattle, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. There's an actual house on the left. And it looks like I'm probably going to be on this highway, at least for a little bit. I hope I come across a little country or little family cemetery. That'd be kind of cool. I'd love to run into one of those. but I think I'm going to bounce off for a few minutes until I get to something interesting, and I'll bring it back. Well, I made a turn onto Lambert Road, and it turned into sort of gravel. Big long drop off on the left-hand side, and we're going down a pretty steep hill right now. You probably can't tell it, but it's pretty steep. God bless, somebody lives down here. I mean, there are people that live down here. It's insane. Oh shit, there's a stop sign coming up. I need to get back to the map. Alright, I took a left at that stop sign back there, and I'm still on the little gravel road. Looks like somebody's house back there. Trailer up to the left. There's not much of anything back here. But it's a neat little drive. It's a nice little drive through the country, so, you know, I like it. Wow, there's an old cabin right there. That's kind of neat. I wonder when that was built. That's kind of awesome. There's that big ass rock right there. A tree going up through it. Okay. Well, let's keep going. All right, it looks like I'm gonna stay on this road for a little bit until I come to the next little intersection or whatever. The little creek over to the right is actually not a very small creek at all. It's actually pretty good size. There's a big clearing area over there, and, you know, a ton of rocks and stuff, and it'd be kind of cool to come out on a summer day and play in the creek. Got a little house up here on the left. This old boy. I guess they're building a house right there. Jesus Christ, who would build a house out here? I just don't know. Pretty big drop off on the right. It goes down to the creek area. So that's pretty awesome. All right, I'm out. All right, well, I'm off of that little gravel road and back on some pavement. I think this is going to go on for a little bit until we get to the next. Until I get to the next little turn off, which I'm not sure where that's going to be, so I'm going to have to switch back over to the map here in a second. It'd be really cool if I had a separate mapping device. I'd be pretty cool with that. So I would have to switch back and forth, but, you know, I'm not any kind of off-roader or whatever. Just got my phone, so, oh man, there's a nice house. I guess we're not going to see that. It's a really nice house back there. Okay, so we're getting, at least somebody back here's got some money. That's pretty cool. Alright, back to the map. It looks like I've got a little ways to go before I get to the next turn off, so. And I need to really start thinking about how much longer I'm going to get into this thing before I either turn around and go back or decide that I'm just going to run the whole damn thing. Because I feel like I've got to be maybe at least halfway through it. And I'm not sure really at what point it would make sense to turn around and keep going. So, I don't know, we'll check it out. Big farmland back here. Dude's got a pretty big operation. He's probably making meth. You know this guy is. Oh, look at that trailer. Alright, I've turned off into another little, you know, paved road. It's, again, you know, still out in the middle of nowhere. There's a ton of farms out here. But on my map, it said that we're going to be coming up on a little cemetery up here before too long. And I definitely want to check that out because I have a morbid fascination with cemeteries. I don't know what it is, but you know, a ton of farmland out here. I mean, there ain't shit out here. There is nothing out here. And I'm kind of running out of coffee, so I'm going to need to remedy that situation pretty shortly. But yeah, not just a whole lot going on out here. Very pretty countryside though. You know, I'd be really surprised if I passed another car out here, but I think it's just me. But alright, so I think the cemetery's around here somewhere, so let me get off here and get back to the map, and then when I get to the cemetery, I'll come back. Well, I made it to the cemetery. It's gated, fenced, so not something that I'll be able to walk through, but you know, still kind of cool. And this is way out in the middle of nowhere. There's, you know, it's a real nice little cemetery. You know, people are keeping it up. There's a little church right here, just middle of nowhere. Highland General Baptist Church, established 1896. So that's pretty cool. You know, they got a little fellowship hall back here out on the side, and it looks like over here, that old building right there, I would imagine was probably the original church, and it's all bent and leaning to the side, and I'd bet money that that was probably the original church or an old schoolhouse. So that's pretty damn cool. All right, I just passed the cemetery, and I turned off onto a little sort of gravel whatever road, and this sign here says impassable during high water. So I wonder if this isn't going to be my my turning around point. I'm going to have to, you know, come down here and check it out, and you know, see. There's apparently going to be a stream crossing or two, maybe, you know, just a little spot where the water comes over the road, and I might be forced to turn around down here. So we'll check that out. But it looks like this is mostly a paved road, and just with some gravel filled in, I guess, on some of the potholes. So you know, we're going down a pretty steep hill right now, so I guess we're gonna figure out where this thing goes. Pretty sharp drop off on the left, little stream down there, creek bed. See, this is what I'm talking about. All right, so this is where it's starting to get kind of cool. We got a little, you know, stream. It goes this way across the road, and then down, and then back over that way. There's a pretty big sharp drop off right there. Then this is where the creek comes across. Yeah, I can see how that would be impassable during high water, but looks pretty solid right here. And we're gonna head on down this gravel road. I'm gonna have to stop and pee here before too much longer. But this is actually pretty cool. Just an old, you know, dirt gravel road. This is mostly dirt. There's, and you know, rocks, not really much gravel, but a bunch of rocks. See, this is where you hope you don't run into some crazy fuck out here that lives out here. Just, you know, you hope you're not in his driveway and he's got a shotgun pointed at you. Creek on the right hand side, little water coming across the road here. I'd kind of like to get out of here because I really could not turn around right here if I needed to, but you know, I'm still on that same little gravel road. I think I'm gonna get ready to turn onto a different road or trail or, you know, whatever. But this is a cool little spot. There's a nice little stream running across to the left. It's really, really pretty. I've gone over a couple of these little bridges that I'm always just really wary of and don't really trust, like that one, but you know, the area is just really cool. Still nothing out here, hardly anybody, a bunch of old barns and, you know, rundown houses and stuff, and but it's really, really cool out here. So there's a sign for a produce market. All right, well, I'm coming up on the stop sign and I have to turn back to the map and see where to go. So all right, I made a left at that last stop sign there, and I just made a right onto apparently what is it, Law Road, and it's back to gravel again. And there's a cool little old house on the left right there. Nobody's living there, obviously. A bunch of farmland out here, but it's pretty much just like everything else out here. There's, you know, not really much of anything. I just had something fall on the roof of my Jeep. But there's a farmhouse out there. Jesus Christ, do they have trash pickup out here? I guess they do. You know, another little farm on the left-hand side. Got a couple couches out there in front of the house. That's awesome. All right. Now I'm going around the corner here and get back to the map and see where I'm going. Just got off that last gravel road, made a right onto whatever road this is. It is paved. You know, a bunch of farmland out here. Tons of cattle. There's a farm on the left-hand side over here. It looks like I'm going to go probably about a mile or so on this road until, oh shit, I'm gonna have to go back. All right, I've just turned left onto some little, you know, gravel road. It's getting kind of steep. Trespassing sign on the left. Looks like this one's gonna go on for a little bit, but we'll see where that goes when we get to the next little intersection. I didn't catch the name of this road when I turned onto it. I don't, you know, there obviously wasn't any kind of sign or anything. There's a house up on the left. It looks like somebody might live there. My God, that's a huge tree right there that's falling down. You know, old abandoned barn on the left. Somebody lives in this little house right here. All right, well, look up here. Somebody put a little cut through right here. That's just insane. All right, back to the map. All right, well, that put me on this paved road here. It looks like it's going to go for just a little bit, and then I'll be making a pretty sharp left onto something or other. I still haven't stopped to pee, and I really need to do that. So I think I'm going to get on the next little dirt road and then do that. All right. So cool little area. Again, you know, not much to do. So back to the map. All right, I've come to the next intersection, and it looks like I'm taking a left right here. There's a little church right here. I wonder how many people come to that every Sunday. But I'm coming up on the next stream crossing, and this looks like it's not too bad. Let's take a look. Alright, just got through that little stream crossing and I was able to stop and pee, so that was fantastic. This is a cool little dirt / gravel road. This is the kind right here that kind of scares me a little bit because it's got those big rocks and I really just don't want to pop a tire. Oh man, looks like we have another little stream crossing coming up here. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like it comes out on the other side up there. So, all right, so we're gonna check this out. Cool. We're just on the other side of that stream crossing, and you know, it's not a really big deal to go through a stream, but it's extremely cool. I don't know. Anyway, we're still on the dirt road. Looks like we're going to be here for another minute, and then we're going to head out somewhere else. There's a house, and there's some dogs. Okay, that's kind of cool. Protect that house, boy. Alright, just turned off of that gravel road and onto another road. Looks like this one's gonna be gravel also. You know, again, just farm country. Ooh. Somebody's little farmhouse there. There's some horses. And it looks like I'm going to be on this road for a minute before I get to another road. I'm hoping that I'm going to get turned around and pointed back toward Westmoreland here pretty shortly, because I really don't want this to take all of my morning. It looks like it's going to anyway, but if it does, it's still been a great little ride. You know, just nothing out here but beautiful countryside, streams everywhere. I mean, just little streams and creeks everywhere. I mean, there's one, you know, to the right, I'm sorry, to the left down there right now, and just gorgeous out here. And I'm really glad it's still, I mean, it's the beginning of spring right now. I'm really glad that it's still, you know, kind of chilly out and none of the leaves have started growing back on the trees yet, because you can just really see everything out here. It's really cool. And that stream on the left just keeps winding and winding and winding. So there we have it. Back to the map. I just got to stretch my legs a little bit. That's the direction I just came from. But look at this little creek. It's just coming towards us here. You know, gorgeous. You can hear the water, and it just kind of come over this way and then back over that way. So really cool. It looks like it's maybe 2.5 feet deep at its deepest, at least in this area. But just gorgeous up through here. Really, really pretty. You know, there's a nice little breeze blowing. It's pretty brisk out here today. That's a tire right there. I'm not sure how that got there, but anyway, gorgeous country out here. All right, looks like we're coming up on another little stream crossing. Can't really tell how deep this one looks. It doesn't look too bad though. Maybe about a foot or so. Stream goes on that way, and it comes back from that way. So let's get on across this bad boy. Almost got bogged down a little bit in that, but made it through all right. That one was a little deeper than it looked, and that gravel's really loose on the bottom of that, so that was that. All right, same little gravel road, turning off onto a paved road here. Not much out here. There's an old barn. Looks like I'm going to be on this one for a few minutes until I get to the next road. So, cool little bridge. stream's going off to the left again. So I'm gonna get back to the map and make sure that I don't miss my next turn off. All right, just made my next turn onto a paved road. This is called Underwood Road. It looks like I'm gonna be on this for at least a couple of minutes until I get to the next turn. So this is, you know, real nice and smooth. It looks like there's gonna be more houses up this way. Well, trailers. But that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, it's a little bit more civilized over this way. Still, I mean, we're still out in the middle of nowhere, but you know, there's at least people living out here, so you got to think that you're at least somewhat close to a main road. Oh wow, check that out. Check that out. That is a 1926 Model T, and it said that on the front of it. So that is pretty badass. It's got a John Deere tractor right behind it. So that was extremely cool. All right, well, I just made it to a stop sign and I'm turning left here. Again, out in the middle of nowhere, but there's a little church here called Underwood Missionary Baptist Church. Hanging the left, and the Underwood Cemetery is here to the left. That's pretty cool, very well kept up. I love old churchyards. So that's extremely, extremely cool. All right, just turned past the Underwood Cemetery and I'm on a road called Knight Road. And there's Doss Farms, okay. There's a little dirt road. Looks like I'm gonna be on this for a minute. Looks like it's gonna have some sharp turns, and it wouldn't surprise me if I came up on a little water crossing right here. So, you know, this really doesn't look any different from the rest of the quote-unquote trail, but you know, there's some stuff out here. This old boy's out here doing something. Wave to me, dude. How you doing, sir? There we go. All right, so I'm gonna head down this for a minute and then need to check the map, see where I'm going. Still on Knight Road, getting down a little farther down it. There's a cool little crossing right here. Not much of anything, but still pretty cool. No trouble at all. There's an old house over here on the right that I swear to God, if there's anybody living in there, I don't know how they are, but there's a truck parked out front, so got a little shed out here on the side, and all right. There's a cool little cemetery right here. There's a sign right there that says Driver's Cemetery. It looks like there's about 15 or so graves out there. So that's pretty cool. Shit, I got turned around like 8 times before I finally got back on the track. Would help if I could read this map. What's up, horse? But back on another little gravel road. I'm not sure the name of this one. There's a little house. But, you know, still real pretty back here. Very, you know, very nondescript. There's a cool little pond right there on the left. Trailer here on the left. I'm pretty sure somebody lives in that. Looks like they do. And we'll see how far this goes. I think we're about at the point where we turn to go back towards Westmoreland, if I'm not mistaken. So shut this off for a minute and get back to the map. All right, well, made a big sharp right-hand turn, and then that put me on this gravel road right here. I don't know which road this is, but it looks like it's going to take us, it's going to take me a little while before we get to the next turn-off point. Looks like this is sort of a mix of gravel and rock. Mostly, it might be paved a little bit up under there. I can't really tell. But it's going to look like this for a little while at least, until I make any kind of, you know, turn off next. So I'm going to get back to the map, see where I'm at, and see where I'm going. All right. Well, we're on some other paved road right now. There's a house. I can't believe anybody lives out here. This is insane. But headed toward another little turn off. So I think I'm actually about to hit that. So let me hit that map real quick. Well, the paved road that I was on turned into another gravel road. So that's kind of cool. Sharp drop off on the left. There's a little stream running next to that. And going down a pretty steep hill here. Probably doesn't look like it, but it's a pretty steep hill. And I'm pretty sure that I stay off to the right here. Let me check. Yep, stay to the right on this. So heading up this hill to see where it goes. It's still gravel. Kind of like to see where it went down to the left-hand side. I guess it's probably somebody's driveway down there. It looks like this could be somebody's driveway too. Oh, cool. Sharp drop off to the left. Beautiful country down there. Ah, shit. We're coming up on another road here, so let me see. Back to the map. Alright, well, I took a left at that last little intersection here, and it put me on this windy little paved road. I don't know if you can tell, but up on the hill up there, there's a little trailer up there. I guess somebody lives up there, or used to. So it looks like I'm going to be on this little paved road for a minute. And it's still really pretty out here. So, around the curve. I'm gonna get back to the map here. That's really pretty out there, the stream going off to the right. There's a couple of old barns there. And I'm about to go up a hill. Okay, so let me get back to the map. Alright, still on that little paved road, but I wanted to stop here and get a little shot of this old house. There's no telling how old that damn thing is. It looks like the windows, if you zoom in a little bit, they're kind of blowing around a little bit. It looks like they're almost made out of paper, or there's some clear plastic, you know, put over the windows there. But you know, you can see the roof is all caved in. You know, clearly nobody's lived in that for a really long time. But you know, extremely cool old house just out here in the middle of nowhere. So wanted to get that. And I'm going to get right. I'm now at Galen Road, and I think this is where I'm going to cut it off because I'm not even halfway through this fucking thing. This is going to take forever, and I'm ready to head back to the house. So I made it from the beginning in Westmoreland out to Galen Road, wherever it is that I'm at. I think I'm pretty close to I think the closest city that I'm closest to is Lafayette. So I'm at the intersection of whatever road this is and Galen Road. So I'm cutting it short, heading back to the house, but I'm gonna pick it back up some of the weekend and finish it off. So later. All right, still on that same little gravel road. I guess somebody lives right here. We just passed 4 mailboxes right there. So, you know, still on that same gravel road. The stream is still going off to our left. This is the kind of gravel right here that will 100% pop one of your tires. So I want to get off of this crap before that happens. I'm really not down for changing a tire today, but you know, here it is, the stream again running alongside of us. Just beautiful. Oh my God, this is so awesome. Just love it back here. Now this, I'll come back in the summertime, or at least the later spring when it's starting to get green again, because it's just going to be gorgeous back through here. It's just going to be gorgeous. There's a little retaining wall right there. I'm not sure really what that's for, but okay. Little house back off here to the left. That's been abandoned for a long time. Probably some meth heads in there. People smoking meth back there. There's a little road that cuts off to the right there. I wonder. I don't think that's the way I'm supposed to go, but let me check.